Hoosier Nation, welcome in to another edition of Hoosier Court and Indiana Basketball Podcast. Indiana goes to College Park, some would say the spring break capital of the Northeast, and wins 84-66 in convincing fashion. Lamar Wilkerson, Connor Enright again, Reed Bailey. We'll talk about him. As soon as I started talking shit about him, he started playing well. But breaking news, Bison Ben, breaking news. Before we get into the basketball game, again, for those that are new here, Ben is a Atlanta, Georgia native. Ben, do you have some news for the listeners?
Yes, me and Corey Tips AG are officially going to the game. He doesn't even know it yet.
Doesn't even know it yet. Well, if he's live here on the post game, Corey, you just found out you're going to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Where are the seats? I know you guys, like we talked about the other night, your executive level, you like that, you like to be treated, but boots on the ground. I love it. Where are you at?
We're like on the 10-yard line. About 6 rows up in the second level. I mean, they're good.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
And shockingly, 397. That's not bad.
Hey, not bad. You're in the building, 6 rows up, nice level, boots on the ground. We'll come back to football, but we had the breaking news that Bison Ben is in the IU alum. So there's 2 more Indiana alums in the building. But let's talk about the basketball team for right now. What we said the other night after Indiana beats Washington the other night, we said it was a must-win in College Park, and Indiana delivered. Your initial thoughts?
Well, that 18. Hold on, let me just look at my notes real quick. The 18-4 run in the second half was pretty much when we had the curtains where we knocked them out.
Yeah.
I thought.
Look at you taking notes.
I take notes.
Wow, you're really stepping up in 2026, man. I like this.
Hey, I got some good notes here. Indiana top 30, Ken Palm, offense and defense.
Yeah.
I would say it's a good win. I'm glad we won. Do I think we played perfect? No. Do I think we played pretty good? Yes. Do I think that is the worst team I've seen Buzz Williams have since I've seen him coach? Probably. I mean, that's not a very good team.
Well, they're missing their set. They're down.
Yeah, they're missing their 17.7 points per game center. And yeah, I know that's a big deal. But all in all, that team's not hunting. I mean, they're 0-4. And
that's what you should do, all right?
Yeah,
on a road game, that's exactly what you should do. Yeah. Indiana's the better team. They went in. They started slow. Had me a little nervous, right? Coming out of the gate, they weren't hitting their shots. Slow. But then, what Indiana did do is it was pretty clear to them they were not hitting their shots. Their offense was not in rhythm. What they do, they get to the free throw line. I think they shot 16 for 16 in the first half from the free throw line.
And guess what else? We started 17 of 17, and Maryland was 8 of 8. So both teams started the game 25-25, which I thought was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I can't recall a game kind of like that where both teams are perfect from the charity stripe. But Indiana, they moved to 3-1 in the league, 12-3 overall. And we'll talk big picture in a little while here. But this was a game we talked about the other night. It was a must win. They had to get this done, and they did it. And I think there's teams in the past that wouldn't have, right? They get the big home win coming off of the holiday break, and then they go on the road. And I mean, let's be honest. We said this the other night. 6:30 tip. Not, no students in College Park. There's not a lot rocking there, and it wasn't a raucous atmosphere. And those are the types of games that scare you. Same as what it was at Minnesota. It wasn't a big atmosphere, and you can kind of get lost in it. And Indiana did what it needed to do. And
we out-rebounded them 41-33. They said in the broadcast that we made a big deal about rebounding better. And I thought that was important.
Yeah. And I mean, the chat's rocking.
The chat's rocking?
The chat says, Nathan says, boots on the ground at College Park. Tough start, but brought it back. There was some Hoosier Nation there. The crowd really wasn't rocking all that much, should say. I have not been drinking. I just apparently can't talk. But yeah, excited to see Indiana getting a much needed, their first true road win. And as I look over my shoulder, I got 2 games going on behind me that impact Indiana's metrics. You got Kentucky up by 1, and you got Marquette up by 1. Really, those are 2 teams. I mean, as much as I'd love to see Kentucky lose since they beat us, I'd like to see them keeping that net up there so that doesn't hurt us all that much and stay as a quad 1 loss. And Marquette, they've been struggling. They need to, but Indiana's 3-1. Let's dive into the box score here a little bit.
So we had 2 guys ball out of control for 2 games in a row now. Lamar Wilkerson was on fire in the second half, and Tate Connerway played really, really good. I thought as well, and he had 8 rebounds because I think we finally realized we're not going to have a center that gets all our rebounds, so everyone's got to hit the boards. I mean, everyone.
Rebounding is this team's Achilles heel. There's no doubt about it. They did out rebound Maryland. You look up though, they out rebound Maryland by 8. I would not have guessed that.
No. And guess who our leading rebounder was? Without looking.
Well, I'm looking at it, so I can tell you it's Wilkerson. Connerway with 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 19 points. I'm telling you what, man. In a time where Tucker DeVries is not playing well, Tate Connerway and Connor Enright have stepped up.
Yeah.
Connor Enright. Tonight, Bailey did too. I want to talk about them individually.
Oh, can you say that one more time for the listeners? Because you were texting me some trash.
I was talking trash about Reed Bailey, and he got back-to-back. When he got stuffed on that dunk attempt, there was back-to-back free throw possessions where we didn't get the rebound and they kicked it out and they hit a 3. And those, when you're playing Purdue, when you're playing better teams, like you can't have that. And that's my one thing with this team around the rebounding. But tonight, Reed Bailey stepped up. 15 points, 6 rebounds. He didn't turn the ball over. Sam Alexis was a non-factor. And I think, Coach DeVries saw that and, is what it is. But let's go back to Connerway. 19 points, 2 of 6 from 3, 5 of 6 from free throw, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers. Is he moving into being the number 2 guy on this team?
Well, until we find Tucker DeVries, he is. He's number 2. And what
do we think?
It's not really even close.
What do we think's going on with DeVries?
I don't know if it's that shoulder injury that was bothering him. I don't know if he's just getting old and he's getting slow. But
he's not old.
But to me, he looks slow. He doesn't really get his own shot. He's not open.
Yeah. He's struggling. But the team is winning. They've won.
He is. I do like when he puts his head down and goes to the basket. That's his. If you're not hitting your threes, you got to go to the rack. You can't just keep shooting them when you're 1 of 6.
Yeah. I'd like to see him get some free throws because he's a great free throw shooter. I'd like to see him get some sort of rhythm going. He hit the first 3 of the game, and I was like, okay, he's going to be back on track. We're going to be okay. And then, he's 2 of 7, 1 of 6. I guess it's good to complain about his play, when we're winning games, because we're going to need him against Nebraska, against Iowa, against Michigan State, the games that are coming up. We'll talk about that in a little bit too. But we're going to need him. We can't have DeVries with, 5 points on 2 of 7. That's just not going to get it done.
No, we can't. He's been in foul trouble the last 2 games. He had 4 tonight. He had to sit out for a little while. He had 4 last game. We need him. We don't need him to be Malik Renewing out there where he gets 4.
Well,
yeah.
He's going to be.
He's the only guy. He's the only guy on our team that's balling. That was on the team last year. The rest of them stink.
Yeah.
Miles Rice tonight, he got his ankles broken by Lamar Wilkerson. I watched it on replay 3 times. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about the Miles Rice revenge game, and you know what? I'm not going to dog anybody, but he looked about like the way he looked last year at Indiana, and that's who he is. He's a reserve at best didn't have a good night, and I'm sure he all wanted to. But bench wise, Reed Bailey was really there. Trent Sisley, how about a two-handed yacker behind the head dunk? I did not see that coming. Got Steve Smith on the broadcast excited about it. Trent
And how about
Sisley,
that?
yeah.
How about that big offensive rebound he got where he threw it out to Lamar Wilkerson?
Yes, yeah.
That was huge.
And we kind of buried the lead here. Lamar Wilkerson.
Yeah,
Breeze, I see you in the chat out there. I remember you texting me saying Lamar Wilkerson, he's not going to be able to play at the high major level. It's pretty clear to me. Well, what do you have? 44 against Penn State. He had 25 tonight. I think he's averaging like 30 points a game in the Big Ten. So you can, but the chat's rocking, man. The chat's rocking. We'll get to the chat here in a minute. We got a couple questions. We got somebody saying they have 4 tickets to next Saturday's game against Iowa. I don't know if that's actually real, but if you do, Paul, if you have tickets to Iowa, send me an email. HoosierCourtPod@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know the details, and I'm happy to see if we can get those out to some folks if you truly do. So we'll see, and we definitely will follow up on that. Yeah, the Iowa game. Somebody's claiming in the chat they've got it. So if you've got it, we want the
Victor, how you been behaving, bud? Is he trying to go down to Bloomington?
Wait, Vic? Oh, is he in here? Is he in the chat?
No, Victor, your son.
No, we were going to give away 4 tickets. And I told the guy in the chat, I was like, if you truly have them, email us. Hit us up on social media. Again, for those listening, Hoosier Court. What's that?
He's trying to
do a giveaway. Do a giveaway.
Oh, do a giveaway.
HoosierCourtPod@gmail.com. Send an email or Hoosier Court Podcast on any of the social medias. Hit me up and all that stuff. So back to the game here a little bit. Reed Bailey. Let's go to Lamar Wilkerson. 9 of 17, 3 of 7 from 3. Hit all of his free throws. 3 of those. 6 rebounds from Lamar. So again, Connerway, Wilkerson, 14 rebounds between the two of them. They're especially Wilkerson's a bigger guard. We're going to need them to rebound. And, when we go and play Purdue and, other Michigans and Michigan States, like, we're going to need a Sam Alexis. He's a bigger, like him and Reed Bailey. That's my one thing is they're not finishing around the rim. And I remember earlier in the year, Reed Bailey was shooting threes, and now he's not even looking at. I'm not saying I want him to, but like, what happened there?
He just wants to dunk it. I mean, I ain't gonna knock it. When he goes up strong, he did get tossed around once, but
I got no problem with that if you're going strong to the hole, and he did come back and get it. But I mean, I can't knock him. I was, and then he completely turned it on. But if you get 15 and 6 off the bench from Reed Bailey with no turnovers, I can live with him getting stuffed at the rim. And he was 7 of 9 from free throw. I can't really complain about that.
What are we doing with Sam Alexis? He's only getting like 12 minutes.
They're going to do 20. That's going to be 40 minutes split. Whoever's playing better is going to play. Right? I mean, it's a 40-minute position. It's pretty clear to me in DeVries' system, he's going to have one of those guys out there. He's not going to go super small and put his son at a 5 to just have really 5 guards out there. I guess we could do that but I don't think, against some of these teams in the Big Ten, that's the strategy. And I'm sure if DeVries had his druthers, he'd love to have another big that they just didn't get in the portal. It just didn't get it. Yeah. I mean, it's just –
don't we have those 2 foreign players? One's a big and one's a guard.
I'm gonna be honest. Those guys? Can I be honest with you? I have no idea what is going on with the guys that are injured or the guys that have come from overseas to play. I think I read somebody forgot their ID and one of the injured players couldn't go on the flight. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know what's going on with the people. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say on January 7th, I don't envision like the 8 that are playing or the 8 that are playing. Josiah Miles is not getting any minutes at all. So these are the 8 guys that are going to play. And we're just going to have to deal with that. And I mean, again, Like I look at the rebounding. That scares me. Against Washington, we out rebounded them. We out rebounded Maryland. So maybe it's something there that DeVries is pushing of like he's telling the guards, you got to go. I mean, even Connor Enright had 4 rebounds. If he gets 4 rebounds, Wilkerson gets 6, and Conway gets 8. I mean, hell. I mean, Bailey had 6. I can live with that. Like if Reed Bailey gives you 15,
everyone on the team got rebounds. Every single person.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just there's going to be games where Alexis maybe has it and Bailey doesn't. It was nice to see Alexis hit both of his free throws.
Mm-hmm. Everybody hit free throws early. Everybody.
I mean, yeah. What's in the chat right now? Marquette did win. Good. They beat Xavier. They needed that. That helps. And then Kentucky's going to lose to Missouri. Man, I'm going to tell you what. If Kentucky loses this to Missouri, they're going to run Mark Pope out of town on a rail, dude. Kentucky's going to move to 9-6 and 0-2 in the SEC. Yikes. And it ain't going to get any easier.
Hey, the grass ain't always greener, Sherm. People got to realize that. The grass
he came home.
Always greener. Yeah,
man,
he came home.
He was riding high.
To go to bed.
He was riding high in those shades, walking around Keeneland, went to the Sweet 16, and he spent $25 million in the portal. And I know they kicked our ass, but I think Indiana's in a little bit better position right now. So we'll see. Kentucky's going to lose this. So, but this isn't a Kentucky podcast, so we're not going to talk about them too much. And the chat is distracting me. I've got somebody in here saying they're hearing rumors about DeVries. Let's see, we're not going there. I'm sorry, we're not going to do that. He said John. Now one is John Fanta, who is great by the way, is wetting himself on national TV over this Big East game. Breeze, who's a regular in the chat, he's a Miami fan. He's talking trash about Miami. You just worry about Ole Miss, okay? We'll worry about Oregon, and then if we play you in your home stadium, we'll have more fans than you. How about that? We'll see if we both get there. You'll be tight. Your ass will be tighter than a snare drum tomorrow night while we're sitting around with a cocktail waiting for the Friday night game. But man, should we be optimistic about this team, basketball? Like, is there anything you're seeing here? I mean, an 18-point road win in the Big Ten, they don't give those away in the conference. And we haven't had a lot of those over the last several years. Should we be optimistic? You got Nebraska coming in on Saturday at noon. Did you hear the schedule for Don Fisher?
Yeah, that was nuts. How old is he?
They said he's about to be 80 or he is 80. He's flying home with the team from College Park tonight, flying to Atlanta first thing in the morning, and then flying back Friday night after the college football playoff and doing the IU game at noon from Assembly Hall. I mean, what a life. I mean, if I'm 80 and doing that, if I'm still doing this pod at 80, I mean, we're rocking and rolling, baby. But kudos to Fish, man. That's a hell of a weekend he's got there. There. But I mean, going back to my question, is there a reason for optimism here? Or are you still kind of like, you got to prove it a little bit more to me?
For what?
For IU basketball.
I mean, we're going to be 8, 9, or 10 seed.
You think you're saying tournament team?
Yeah, tournament team, but low seed.
So, I'm just going to run you through the next 4. Nebraska home, at Michigan State. There's a lot of Peacock on the schedule. Their coverage is just not good. It lags. I got fast internet and it still lags. I don't know what's going on. But Nebraska home, high noon tip, at Michigan State, Iowa, where Paul's fake tickets. I'm still waiting on an email, Paul. You can send it right now with the tickets. I'm happy to do it. And then at Michigan. I mean, they're a wagon. And then at Rutgers, then Purdue at home, and then you go to the West Coast. You had to get these 2 wins you got. Fair?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
you got
I think there's going to be some adversity. What does Indiana need to do over the next, Nebraska home at Michigan State, Iowa home at Michigan, at Rutgers, who's down, Purdue at home. That's the next 6. Can you split? Can you go 3-3 in that stretch? And that's in that stretch, you're playing 2 of the top 5 teams in the country on the road. Sorry, Purdue's at home. Can you split? Can you go 3-3 in that next stretch? Nebraska home. Like, that's the one. I don't want to look. I like to look forward, but like, if you could beat Nebraska at home, Ohio State almost did. I think it's winnable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, have you seen Nebraska play? I've not actually seen them play. To be 100% honest.
Yeah, they're good.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're good. Rink Mast is dominant. He's going to kill Reed Bailey. I mean, and Sam Alexis. He's going to kill him.
Well, at least they don't got that 1 3-point shot.
Metaphorically, not.
Yeah, your favorite player of all times.
Yeah, but Nebraska at home, high noon.
And we got to win that game. You got to beat somebody.
What's the vibe look like? Let's say you're
the vibe's going to be, we're going to need some lots of coffee, because I mean, everyone's going to be going out for the game on Friday night.
Everybody's going to be up late Friday night, and then you've got Saturday morning at Assembly Hall. But maybe a little juice still left in the tank for folks that were up late. They get up, they go, have a Bloody Mary before the game, get rocking and rolling. That could be a good crowd on Saturday. If Indiana football wins Friday night, it'd be one hell of a crowd.
Are the students back?
No, that was the thing. They're still not back until next week, so we won't have the students back in Assembly Hall until Iowa at home the following Saturday. Fox national broadcast on the 17th. So, but Nebraska's good. But they're not elite. They're not Michigan. They're not.
I think that's winnable. I mean, I remember when we used to not be that great, but we would never lose at home. You remember those days?
Yeah, I mean, that's my whole life. It's been Indiana's not very good, and they win at home against ranked opponents. So you got opportunities. You've got Indiana's next 3 home games are against number 10, number 19, and number 5. So to me, the next 6.
Who's number 19?
Iowa. McCall.
I was ranked
19th. All we had to do was beat shitty ass Kentucky, and we would be ranked right now, but we couldn't do it.
Minnesota, or
the Minnesota. I mean, they're 3-1 in the conference. Yeah, I'm telling you, Nico Medved's a coaching SOB, man.
I know. Where did he come from?
I would not be surprised if they're 500 in the league.
Where did he come from?
Colorado.
Oh, it was the Colorado State?
Yeah, but he's from he went to Minnesota, right? So
yeah, that's right up his alley.
But let's talk about your Friday. So you've got tickets now in hand. To the college football playoff semifinal. What does your afternoon look like? You've just closed down a big real estate transaction in Cobb County. You're heading down to Mercedes-Benz. You guys taking a car service down there? Like what does that look like?
We're taking Corey's Lambo.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just kidding. No, we got parking, and
you got parking included with that ticket?
No, it was separate. It's $32. That's not bad. Whatever.
I would have taken that car service down there, but
What car service?
I don't know. I figured you guys have.
Neither one of us are taking.
You guys live a life of luxury down there. I wouldn't know anything about.
That's true. We do.
I mean,
the A-Town's legit.
Yeah, reach out to one of your clients and say, hey, send the limo about 3:00. Get down there about 3:45. Maybe you guys get a police escort down there, and they just open up
yeah
for you.
Yeah, that's
breeze right in. I mean, let's talk a little bit about the football team. What do you expect college football playoff wise? Let's talk Ole Miss, Miami, real quick, just because Breeze is in here. I think Miami wins that game, right? Ole Miss has got too much with the whole coaches not coaching, like all that. I think Miami kills them.
If I don't know.
Unless Carson Beck plays an egg.
I'm not sold on Miami's offense. I know they can run the ball. I like Mark Fletcher. Not a big Carson Beck guy. I know they
He's
got
game manager right now, right?
Yeah. I know they got Tony, that stud receiver. Yeah, they got Ruben Bain on the defensive end, and he's tough and they're fast. But if Ole Miss puts up points, I think they win. I think if Ole Miss can score more than 21, they win.
You don't want to be in a clock management situation with Mario Cristobal at the helm.
Oh,
so you better.
Corey's calling right now. Should we bring him in the pod? Let him know he got tickets?
I don't think logistically we can make that work. If you can let him
Okay.
know, we'll call him back in about 5 minutes. But let him know tickets are on the way. What about Indiana, Oregon? Yeah, you're good.
Hey, we're on the podcast. I'm gonna call you back in 5 minutes.
This is live and in the cut. They just got tickets to the college football playoffs. I mean, this is the way the world is. I mean, we're heading into
we got tickets.
Thirsty Thursday. These guys are getting tickets. Indiana just beat Maryland by 18 on the
road.
I'll call
you in 5 minutes. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. So, for those of you listening on the podcast, you didn't get to see that in real time, but that's what happens around here. This is how we roll. This is the life we lead.
Hey, Adam Scheffler's always on the phone. He's getting texts left and right.
Is that the fake account, Scheffler?
Yeah. You don't know about that one?
Adam Scheffler.
Hey, he's the one that said that Cincinnati Bengals coach signed a 10-year deal. You didn't hear about that?
I mean, he pretty much did. He's going to the year 8, but oh my gosh. Hey, have you followed anything this college basketball wise in terms of University of Cincinnati? Did you see anything about their coach? I mean, that guy, he is a clown of all clowns. It reminds me of Archie Miller. He went nuts in the post game last night. He talks about all the time how he doesn't listen to social media and all that stuff. And then he went off on a rant about it's all over Barstool. Go. I mean, the guy's a clown. Like he's like it reminds me of Archie Miller.
It's sad because they used to be a program. They used to be pretty good.
I mean, I listen to Cincinnati sports radio every single day. Yeah. And I feel bad for the University of Cincinnati because it is very similar to what IU has gone through, that they just cannot get it right. They can't get the right hire. And I was thinking, though, speaking of right hires, I mean, DeVries is not flashy at all. But, man, I think
the jury's out on him. He's got to get some athletes and bigger. And
but
he's on the right track with shooting.
But what I'm more going with is just he's really kind of like he's even keel.
Yeah,
like he doesn't pop off. He doesn't. When we lost at Minnesota, we're all hellfire and brimstone, and he comes in and he's like, "Hey, we got to do our stuff." And I think like that's what this program needs. It's not flashy. I get that, but I don't know. He just seems like he can get down to business, and that's the type of coach I need when I need to win against a Nebraska or an Iowa or a Purdue or whoever, Michigan State later near at home, Wisconsin. Like Indiana needs to take care of business at Assembly Hall. If they can do that, you're going to be able to stack these quad 1 wins, and maybe you steal one here or there on the road. You've already got that road win. How many times do you go into the tournament? Selection Sunday, they're like, oh, they haven't won on the road, all this stuff. They've got a neutral court win. They've got a road win. So people won't be able to, if they can continue down this road, nobody's going to be able to say, well, they haven't won on the road. They didn't win on neutral court, like any of that stuff. Though that's that can be put to bed. We want to get more of them, but at least you have something in the chamber to where you can say, hey, we've done this. I think that means something because there are going to be some teams that don't have that you're going to be stacked up against.
Yeah. So,
well, I know you're excited to talk about your newfound tickets. Congrats to you all going to the college football playoff. I mean, what are we expecting attendance wise?
Oh, it's all IU because the IU side is twice as expensive as the other side.
Are we thinking,
I think it's 70-30.
70-30. I mean, you got to think about it. If you're an Oregon fan.
That's far.
You just went to Miami. You got to fly back to Oregon, let's say, or the West Coast. You got to fly back to Georgia. And I'm sure if I'm an Oregon fan, I'm thinking, hey, I'm just hoping that they win and maybe I go back to Miami or something like that. But, I think Indiana can get it done. I think they can get it done. I mean, definitely, we're 48 hours away from that, but I think they can, and we'll see where it goes. But any final thoughts on anything we talked about tonight before you guys talk about your car service you're going to take to the college football playoff tonight?
I thought it was a good win. I thought we rebounded better. Lamarck Wilkerson and Conway balled out. I'd like to see more out of DeVries. I'd like to.
Enright too. Enright was good hitting. He's shooting.
Enright. Yeah, hey man, put it up. If you're gonna shoot close to 50%, shoot the ball sometime.
Talk that talk, young king. Put the ball up. Yeah, let's go.
I mean, you can't be having the mohawk and not have some swag. What is it called? What do they call that? What's his haircut? It's like a mohawk fade.
It's like Stranger Things. I don't know what his haircut is, but you did say earlier in the season that he was Gabe Cups, and what was the name we saw on social media about? Cardio Cups,
cardiac Gabe, or the cardiac Cups, or cardiac Gabe.
I direct messaged that guy, and I said, "Man, that's hilarious."
Man,
I do want. Yeah, Connor Enright. If we can continue to get that from him, I mean, he had 16. Hell, man, we didn't give him enough love. He had 16.
Yeah,
16, dude. Mad respect to Connor Enright. 37 minutes, I guess. Maybe DeVries. No, I mean, we'll see. But got to give them their flowers for this. Indiana with a 12-3, 3-1 in the Big Ten, right? So now you're down to 16 games in a league to go. Can you find a way to go 500? 8-8, and you're comfortable, in my opinion. That's what you got to do. It's there for you. So, all right. Well, the next time we talk to each other will be after the college football playoff. It'll be after Indiana, Nebraska this weekend. So, everybody, let's have a weekend, man. Indiana basketball has at least set the table. We got to keep it moving with the football team, and then got Nebraska coming in, undefeated team on your floor, top 10 opponent. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's roll.
Let's go Hoosiers. All right. Later, everybody.
Bye.